buddy. What are you doing? I'm just sitting on the tailgate, man, drinking beer. Cool. Let's light a bonfire, man.
Good evening, everybody. It's another episode of Sitting on the Tailgate. I'm your host, Big Country. And I want to give a big shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes for winning the championship game on Monday night. Holy crap, that was a good game. Yeah, everybody said that the Pac-10 never had a chance in hell, but let me tell you something. See, I'm from Ohio, and I got family in Ohio, but just to give you a little tidbit of information, a lot of people don't know what a Buckeye is. It's a small, shiny, dark brown nut with a tan patch around the center. It's more tan in the center and dark brown around the outside. Now, folklores go back many, many, many centuries. I mean, we're talking about great-great-great-great-grandmas and grandpas, stories they've told their kids and their kids and their kids. The Buckeye resembles the eye of a deer, and when you carry it around, it's supposed to bring you good luck. So if you ever meet somebody from Ohio that has a Buckeye in his pocket, he or she, just ask them, hey, what's a Buckeye? And they'll be glad to tell you. But a Buckeye comes from the Buckeye tree. It's the Ohio State official tree. And but yeah, that's a good thing. I like that. My dad was pumped up, of course, like I said, my whole family being from Ohio, but, yeah, it was a good game. I'll make my predictions now. I predict a repeat with Ohio State next season again for the championship 2 years in a row, because they're not losing anybody. They're actually maybe losing one player, I think. But look at the three quarterbacks they got. They got a third stringer that runs just like a first stringer. Look at Elliott, the fullback. I mean, he had over 250 some odd yards Monday night. And, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, hey, what can you say? But yeah, big shot. But I am an FSU fan. I'll tell you that right now. I'm an FSU fan too. I was sad that my Seminoles didn't make it in the playoffs, but hey, they laid down in the second half, didn't play like they should have played. That's their fault. And yeah, what happened after the game, we won't even talk about that. But yeah, they just need to get their shit together and hey, start over next season. But so that's my prediction for next year's college football. Of course, NFL playoffs are getting ready to start up. Don't really watch too much NFL anymore because too much political crap involved and money and this and that, but I'll make a prediction. Indianapolis Colts wins it all, so that's my prediction. But hey, Gators, I won't say nothing about the Gators. Of course, they are pissed off because of what Urban Meyers did. With all the mess of him leaving and going to Ohio. Of course, that's where he's from. That's where Urban Meyer's from. He's from Ohio. So basically, he took the SEC and brought it up to the Pac-10. So, and the Big 12. All that area up there, I'm telling you, the Pac-10, the Big 12, it's going to change. I'm telling you, it's going to be a different ball game in the next couple of years you watch because a lot of teams are going to start doing things different. It's going to really change. But, hey, let's move on here. What's cooking in the kitchen for today? I got me another recipe here. This is gator soup for everybody that likes to go gator hunting. God knows we got a bunch of them in Florida. Holy crap. And not just gators. I'm talking about rednecks that like to go gator hunting. But anyways, check this out. Okay, we got 2 pages. It's actually, it's 2 pages long here. So what we'll do is, all right, we're going to run through this real quick. Gator soup, 2 pounds of dried beans, any kind, 1 pound alligator tail meat, 1 cup of flour, 3 to 6 peppers cut fine to taste. They can be hot, they can be mild, whatever you want. 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 pound of sausage, any kind you want, 1 large sweet onion chopped, 1.5 tablespoons of roasted garlic, 1.5 tablespoons of shallots, 2.5 tablespoons of rum, any kind you prefer, 3 ounces of dark brown sugar, 5 quarts of water, 4 tablespoons of sour cream, and 3/4 cups of chives. So, get it all together. Rinse and drain your beans, discarding stones in large stock pot. That's the first thing. Cover beans with water and soak overnight. Drain and reserve beans in the colander. Tenderize your gator meat, cut into small pieces, and roll in flour. In original large stock pot, that's number 2, add in mixture of the peppers, olive oil, butter, saute crumbled sausage, gator meat. Jaw meat will work too, if you want to use that. Chopped onion, crushed garlic, and crushed shallots. Cook until onion is tender and fragrant, but not brown, so you don't want to burn it. Add the rum, brown sugar, and add beans and water from stock pot. Number 1, from the number 1 section up front there, yeah, in the large stock pot. Simmer for 4 hours, covered. Garnish each serving with sour cream and chopped chives. Makes about 1 gallon. If you want to know as far as cooking the gator meat also, first cut in small pieces, roll in flour in aluminum foil. Wrap the gator meat, roasted garlic, and cloves with 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Loosely wrap and seal. Bake at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. So, that's what's cooking in the kitchen for tonight. Hey, if you want to hear any recipes or got any ideas for recipes, or if you want to hear them on the air, send them to me. Shoot me an email at actionworksmusic@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to put them on the air for you. But let's see what we got going here. What else we got going here tonight? What else do we have planned here? Let me see. So we got the gator soup. Oh, I saw something on TV today. Holy cow. Check this out. There was someplace up north. I couldn't catch it offhand where it was at, but it was in a, it was on a lake. These people, I think they were probably, teenagers, maybe young adults, was, riding around in a fishing boat. I think it was probably a 16 or 20 footer. And, of course, you know how they kids are. They like to haul butt and fly down, go 80 miles an hour, 20 miles, 200 miles an hour. They try to crank it up as fast as they can. But check this out. Something started following them. And they're sitting there taking, they're shooting a video of it and they couldn't figure out what it was. And, it was weird because nobody knew what it was. It looked, I swear to God, when I saw it on the news, it looked like something out of like the Loch Ness Monster or something kind of crap like that. But just about right about the time when it got up to the boat, it jumped its head up out of the water, and this thing is huge. And here, what it was a damn hippopotamus. Now, can you imagine that? A big old hippo like that chasing you through the water on a speedboat? Man, that's messed up. But kind of funny at the same time. But can you imagine if it hit you? A big old, the hippo had to be at least 800-900 pounds. This thing was huge. And I never really knew that hippos could actually do that. But, hey. All right, listen, real quick. Let's play a song here for my good friend Heather Lucas out there. This song is called Heavy Pour right here.
1003, 1004, that's a heavy pour. 1002, 1003, 1004, that's a heavy pour. Going out tonight, feeling mighty good. Getting into trouble, doing things we know we should. 1002, 1003, 1004. That's a heavy pour. 1002, 1003, 1004. That's a heavy pour. Pour. Thousand, 1003, 1004. That's a heavy pour. 1002, 1003, 1004. That's a heavy pour.
Yeah, a little bit of Heather Lucas right there for you. Called Heavy Pour. Check this out, my friends. Diamond Dixie, they're a couple of friends of mine. It's a duo, female duo, country music. I think they pretty much play just about anything else, but they are playing this weekend over at the Florida Key Lime Pie Festival in Port Canaveral. That's this Saturday. They take the stage at 11 in the morning, 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. So if you ain't got nothing else to do, go check them out this weekend over at Port Canaveral. That's over in Brevard County. If any of y'all are from Florida, or from out of Florida, I should say. Most everybody that lives in Florida should know where Brevard County is. And should know where Port... Okay, I'll put it in layman's terms. Where the shuttle launches were. Or where they shoot off all the rockets that they got now. But, yeah, go over there and check them out and hang out there at the Pie Festival. And that should be some pretty good fun. So, yeah, go over there and see them and tell them Big Country said, hey. I told them I'd try to get out there, but... don't know what I got planned yet, but my life's day by day. You know how it is. Let's see what else we got here in the news. Oh, guess what? My buddy Trace Atkins, his birthday's today. Oh, man, I tell you what. I love his music. I've been listening to him for, ever since 10, 15 years ago when he first came out with his first album. But Trace is a good old boy. He actually played college ball and was being recruited by the NFL at one time, but never really understand why he didn't go play college football. Of course, no, now I do because, he pursued his music career. But, yeah, Trace is like 6'5". He's like 220 or 230, something like that. He's like a big, I think he played tight end or defensive end. I can't remember, but yeah, Trace is a big boy. But anyway, today's his birthday, so happy birthday to Trace Atkins. Let's see what else we got to talk about in the news today. The all-new Raptor pushes the limits of what a full-size pickup can be, combining high performance with off-roading. It's tough, smart, capable, and fun. Now, these are the new These are the new Ford trucks that are coming out in 2016. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents on trucks. Okay, I've always liked trucks. I've always driven trucks. I never had a car. My opinions on trucks is when they started changing them back in the 90s, I just don't understand why they want to make them look like spaceships. Granted, to me, back then, a truck was a truck. You had the flat nose on the front. You had a bed in the back. You had 4 tires that could take you through the mud. If you had a 4-wheel drive, you were the cat's meow amongst all the girls in town. A truck is a truck. I don't know why they have to prep up a truck. I mean, it's nice to ride in a truck with all the fancy gadgets and stuff like that, but when it breaks down, let me tell you, it's expensive to fix. That's why I always say, I've had 1, 2, 3 trucks in my life, and none of them had any power windows, power door locks, none of that crap. You give me a basic truck, crank down windows, regular door locks that you can lock, by hand. AM, FM radio, AC. Matter of fact, my first truck didn't have AC. My first truck was an 81 Ford F-150. Came from up north. Me and my dad actually went and picked it up and drove it back down. And my dad had a buddy that was in the car industry, and we got a good deal on it. And let me tell you, driving around in Florida in a truck with no AC, sometimes it's hot. It just depends on what time of day it is. But I don't. We don't need all that fancy stuff in them trucks, man. A truck is a truck. But let's see what else we got going on here in the news. Oh yeah, UFC fighting. I'm kind of mixed on UFC fighting because watching my dad grow up. Dad sat and watched boxing matches. Dad was he was the days of Joe Louis and George Foreman and Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard. Them guys back in the days when boxing was boxing. Now, since UFC came along, you don't really see too much boxing on TV anymore. I mean, every now and then you do, but it's not like it was back then. UFC fighting has taken over. I understand. It's a mixture of martial arts and hand-to-hand combat and boxing and stuff like that. Yeah, basically, to me, it's just a damn street brawl, because if a guy gets a hold of you and punches you one good time, he's going to knock you out, and then you're done for. And then he jumps on top of you and beats the crap out of you. I mean, what's the purpose of that? Why go to a UFC fight and pay $50 to $100 sometime, and that's just starting? I've heard tickets. I've heard tickets go up to $1,000 a seat. Why pay for that when you can go out in the street and watch people beat the crap out of each other? It's the same thing. Why pay for it when you can see it for free? But boxing from the day was when boxing was real good. That was it's a shame that they took that from a lot of people. But I'm old enough. What's that old saying? I'm old enough to know better, but still too young to care, as they say. But I'm kind of caught in the middle because I grew up with a lot of stuff that happened back then, but then I'm still young enough to continue on with new society. But I don't know. I'm kind of stuck in the middle here. Hey, we ain't got too many days left. I think it's, let's see, this is 30, 40. I think we're about 46 days away from Bike Week, baby. Daytona 2015. It's, let's see, March, I think it starts March 1st and goes to the 15th. It starts on that Thursday and then goes till the following Sunday. But check me out. I'll be at the Cabbage Patch out there, hosting and emceeing and playing some music for you out there at the Cabbage Patch. Don't forget to come and check out the world famous Coleslaw Wrestling out there. They have 2 events, I believe. They did last year. I'm sure they'll have 2 events again this year. Normally it was on a Wednesday and a Saturday. So that way, if you can't come on the Wednesday, you can definitely come on the Saturday to check out the Coleslaw Wrestling. But yeah, it's a good time out there. I've been doing it now for the last year, and I like it, man. I like it. Hey, if you got any questions or comments about my show, or just want to tell me to shut the fuck up, or just tell me to get off the air, or tell me how much you really like me, I'm also looking for original music. Send me an email at actionworksmusic@gmail.com. You can also check me out on Instagram at Big Country Music. I'm also on Twitter at DJ Lee. We also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Backwoods Music, BAK Woods Music, BCM Entertainment. That's our Facebook page. And of course, we got a Reverb Nation page too. That's under GL Entertainment Group if you ever want to check that out. But yeah, give me your comments. I'm always looking for original music to play on our show. If you got original music, I promise that we will eventually, here in the near future, have phone lines hooked up available to where we can do calls that come into the show here, to where people can call in. We are definitely working on that. Let's see what else we got in the works here. Here in the next probably a couple months, we're planning on stretching our show out to possibly an hour instead of 30 minutes. We're working on that. So also, I'm looking for a sidekick. If anybody's interested, really could use a sidekick. I'm tired of looking at this plain empty chair across the way here from me, but if you think you can handle it and you're local, and I'm not prejudiced, male or female, or if you just want to come in and, guest host and shoot the shit with me, hey, more power to you, man. I'd love to hear from you. Just hit me up, actionworksmusic@gmail.com. Let's see what else we got here going on. Oh, okay. Here's a song I got. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's play this song here. This is from my buddy Patrick Gibson. It's a real good song. It's called Ford Thunderbolt 64.
Car did 1964. Colored maroon, film bar on the side of the door. Follow the cars on the drag strip. It's been said this is as good as it gets. Ford Thunderbolt 1964. Just some North Georgia boys playing with what they know. Damn good with motors. Making them four-wheel roll. But the mess of the thrill is taking off on 2. Feel of the rumble, the smell of the fuse. Ford Thunderbolt 1964. Run, 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 horses underneath the hood. Run that gimmick down like no Chevrolet could. Ford Thunderbolt was be the first of the line to make friends holler come a finish time. Ford Thunderbolt 1964. Run, 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 horses underneath the hood. Run that gimmick down like no Chevrolet could. Ford Thunderbolt Folks be the first in line. They friends holler till the finish time. Fort Thunderbolt 1964. Fort Thunderbolt 1964. Film Bonners Thunderbolt 1964.
One of more signature call. In a garage right there in Florida. Only car like it.
Yeah, Mr. Patrick Gibson right there for you. Hey, folks, listen up. I'm going to jump on out of here. Give a big shout out to my buddy Super Dave over there at WJRR 101.1, the rock station in Orlando. Can't wait to get up with him at Bike Week at the Cabbage Patch. But we're going to send it on out of here. My name is Big Country. And we're just going to glide away. But appreciate y'all's hanging with us tonight. Without. No, I'm not drunk, I promise. I haven't started drinking, but like I said, we appreciate y'all's being here. Check us out. All of our pages, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Send us an email. Drop us a line. Say something. Tell us how good we're doing. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. I'm Big Country. We'll see you next time right here, sitting on the tailgate.